And then I got to know him and found out he's actually a really big deal. We'll talk about that. Jake was an Olympian from 2009 to 2016, 8-time national champion, 3-time world medalist, 2-time undefeated NCAA champion at the University or Northwestern University, 3-time Big Ten champion, 4-time NCAA All-American, 2009 Big Ten Athlete of the Year, 2009 Dan Hodge Trophy winner, and for those of you like me who don't know much about wrestling but know about football, that's the equivalent of the Heisman Trophy. Big deal. College career, 149 and 4. One of those four was not to me. And the great thing about Jake is that people always tell you if you want to be happy in life, remove the negative people from your life and bring in positive people. And if you hang around with Jake all day, every day, you're going to be so fired up, I'm not sure you'll be able to sleep at night, because that's the kind of guy he is. And he's going to teach us his system for selling, and there's a sales warm-up routine that he does that he's going to teach us all as well. We'll be able to do this as soon as we walk out today, so here it is.
You're going to start with just simple. Here's kicks over, one back, that on those easy board. Circles, then I want to challenge it, guys. A little tougher than jet ski. Right, you go around this way, and then I go back this way, and then you do the kicks over here too. So you can go over and back, over, back. Then you just do a couple head springs, front, back, and then when you want to get really challenging, you just go hit the feet, and then walk on your hands.
Everybody ready for that? So Jake now is full-time in real estate and still does some coaching and wrestling. And in real estate, he teaches people how to be better at sales. So a sales coach. He lives in Birmingham, Michigan. His wife, Janelle, and he are expecting their second child coming up very soon. Just found out. Congratulations on that. And a total of 3 kids. Without further ado, Jake Herbert.
I'm like, that guy looks awesome. Sorry to disappoint you guys. So side note, if keynote speaking doesn't work out for me, and real estate doesn't work out for me, and wrestling coaching doesn't work out for me, probably join the little circus act. So, one, thank you guys very much for having me today. I'm extremely honored. My life mission, when I discovered it, is I like to, my mom's really proud about this, but I want to leave people, place, and things better than I found them. And so that's my goal here today for you guys. And the fact that I have the opportunity to help so many people who your job is to go help other people. It really allows me to kind of 10x my life mission. So thank all of you guys for being here today. Special thank you to Dylan for helping setting this up, to Kirsha, to Rick for having me, and to Terry as well for doing this awesome PowerPoint presentation. So they helped me set up for this, so I've been preparing for a long time. So I want to kind of start the way that anything would start, right? As you guys sit down with your clients, you lay out the expectations. Right? I want to know a little bit about why you guys are here. You know, besides the amazing Michigan mountains, you know, the drinks last night, the circus act, everything else, right? You guys are here for a reason. So I want you guys to kind of think about that right now, right? What you expect to accomplish. For me, my goal is to take what I've learned, and I've gotten to do amazing things, not just in wrestling, but in business. I'm 34 years old. I've been to 35 countries. I'm involved in 6 different businesses right now. Do real estate investing. The last 2 years I've dove into real estate coaching. So, and again, a lot of the real estate agents have come over and were involved in insurance and insurance sales. So again, you guys are true entrepreneurs. What I love about it, essentially you eat what you kill. And you eat what you hunt. And that's what I love about the commission, the sales job, and the entrepreneurial spirit that you all have here today. So what I hope to accomplish is giving you guys a simple system to improving, and again, it's not just sales, but it can be applied to anything in life, right? So this is how I came up with this system and how I learned this, studying successful people. So I'm a big quote guy, so you're gonna hear a lot of quotes today, but success leaves clues. Right? I don't know if anybody here can ever argue that, if you wanna be successful, well, there's somebody of what you're doing that does it probably better than you. A lot of those people may be in the room, a lot of those people might be somewhere else, but it's super easy in wrestling. It was, all right, I want to get better at wrestling. Being an 8-time national champion, I would go and find the people that won 9 or 10 national titles or were Olympic gold medalists, and I'd hang out around them, and it leaves clues. And you spend enough time with those people, you're going to get better. So that's a really big thing. You guys have all done that today. You've come together. You have awesome breakout sessions and masterminds. You're here to learn more about your company, about your update, and how you can sell better. So that's what I hope for you guys to get out of this today. Is anybody expecting anything else, like wrestling lessons or front backflips or anything like that? We can do that afterwards. Okay. So again, as you can see, there are 3 quotes that I live by. Yes, that is real, right? This is a real mullet. And we'll get to that in quote too. Thank you. Yes. Happiest day of my wife's life is when I cut it, she said. So again, I love quotes, and they're kind of, you go through life, there are quotes that you hit, right? That hit you at certain times, at certain places, that really stick with you. So these 3 are kind of like that I live by. The first one, and this invokes my competitive spirit, right? I hate losing more than I love winning. And right, to quote it, what is it? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott, for the office lovers. I was like, who's Jimmy Connors? When I saw this. I was like, it's Terry Brands told me that. Terry Brands is the Iowa head coach, Olympic gold medalist, several-time national champion. But again, you think about this with your sales career, and you think about this about people, right, that you are around. Well, if you hate losing more than you love winning, it means you love to compete. And all you guys out here are competing every day, right, with yourself, with other people, right, with other sales reps across the nation. You guys are in a competition. And if you really focus on, right, hating to lose, like in every little situation more than you love winning, like you're gonna win a lot more often. And to me, that's the positive, right? Winning usually is a good thing. So I love that quote. The second one, hence the mullet, right? Don't take life too seriously. You'll never get out of here alive. And again, I was like, Herbert? I was like, I heard that in Van Wilder, right? I was like, but it took me so long to figure it out, right? What do you mean we'll never get out of here alive? Well, I'm gonna go bleak a little bit. 250 years from now, we're all gonna be in the same place. Just leaving it at that. Let your imagination run and say, wherever it is, whatever you're gonna do. But 250 years from now, we're all gonna be in the same place. So to me, what this sums up is you gotta have fun. You gotta enjoy what you do. If I was super nervous to be up here in front of people, I am sweating a little bit. But again, normally when I'm in front of this amount of people, I have like a spandex singlet on, and I'm out of breath trying to beat somebody else up, so this is a little bit easier. But this is about having fun. You gotta enjoy what you do. Right? If I came up here on stage and I was like, thank you for being here today, it's not gonna match. Like, I'm genuinely excited to be able to help fulfill my life mission. Like, I woke up at 7 a.m. today, slept in. Woke up at 7 a.m. and was like pumped to hit my AM routine, to run up to the top of that mountain. And I wasn't as excited halfway up that mountain, that sucked. But I was excited to like make it up to the top. But I was like very, very excited that I get to help all of you today, and I get to do something that I'm passionate about. So that's the second one. And then the third one is Zig Ziglar, right? You can help, if you help enough people get what they want in life, you're gonna get what you want. That is huge for you guys in sales, right? Because again, every person that you help, that you can sell a policy to, some of us are managers that can help other people sell more, do better, like you're gonna get what you want. So think about these 3 quotes right now, right? And really, really think about them and what they sum up as a person. And I look at this and I do a lot of reflecting to my kids, right? I want my kids to kind of grow up emulating these 3 things, right? Because who here wouldn't want to be around somebody that wins, right? That likes to compete, that'll go and compete hard and win, who likes to have fun, and is just super helpful. Right? And you look at those three traits, and I'm like, it's like all clicking together. Like that's awesome. And it's something that my parents installed in me, and I'm going to pass down to them. And it's just, if you ever have me over at your house, right, I'm leaving the place better than I found it. It's part of my life mission, right? And I think if we can find a way to tie that together in anything or everything that we do, like, you're going to have success. It's inevitable. So those are the three quotes that I love. And again, right, we're going to a series of three. One of my favorite things that I was saying, and this is my huge thing about this today. If what I give you goes in one ear and goes out the other, right, and you come back a year later and you're in the same situation, right, I used to look at it as I've let you down. But being a coach, I can't make you able, right? I can't make you make those sales calls or make those dials or go after. You have to actually do the work, right? So my big goal for you guys is to take action. So the 3 frogs on a log story is like one of my favorite things. And I went to Northwestern University, not because I was intelligent, right? I was really, really good at picking up people that are 200 pounds and throwing them down to the ground. So that's how I got in. I'm just leaving it at that. Right? And my coach told me one day in practice, he was like sitting there talking about, you gotta take action, you gotta do this. And I was like, okay, he told the story. He's like, there's 3 frogs on a log. All right, you brainiacs, 3 frogs on a log. And I, 2 people I graduate with are like working on the Hubble Space Telescope and all this crazy stuff I can't even imagine. But he's like, 3 are on the log. 2 frogs decide to jump off. How many's left? And I'm like, Coach, I got this one. It's like, I got this one. 3 frogs, 2 decide to jump off. I was like, 3 minus 2, that's 1. I was like, there's 1 left on the log, right? Coach is like, nope. Coach, what are you talking about? There are 3 frogs. You said 2 decided to jump, right? There's 1 left on the log. And lo and behold, he's absolutely not. He's like, deciding to jump isn't the same as actually doing it. And I think we all can relate to something in our life that we committed to, deciding that we wanted to do that doesn't get done. And that's something that I don't want for any of you guys. So when I give you this system that I learned, that I developed, that I use, that has helped me to win 8 national titles, has helped me to go and start 3 or 4 different businesses that allow me to do my investing, that are helping me reach my goal. If I don't work it and I don't use it, it doesn't really mean anything. It won't do anything for you guys. So the biggest thing is, right, you guys gotta take action on this. So I'm guaranteeing you that if you take these 4 easy things on the Simple Success System, you do them, your life's gonna change. And then if you consistently do them, you're gonna see huge improvements in your life. And what's awesome about that, and here's a crazy thing here too, right? Who here feels like they've reached their maximum potential? Like, don't all stand up at once. I'd sit down, right? I have not reached my maximum potential. And I don't think anybody truly does. Right? The way I relate it is to golf, right? The goal of golf is to get up to the hole, hit the golf ball directly into the hole, right? So you should swing no more than 18 times if you play a round of golf. Right? Where are my Chicago guys? Right? It was like almost impossible with that attitude, absolutely, right? But again, that's the purpose of it, right? We want to aim really, really high. So my Simple Success System, these are the 4 steps. So I want to tell you a little bit of how I came to discover this, right? Millionaires, billionaires, rock stars, presidents, because of the Olympic wrestling, it's taken me to so many places. I picked all these guys' brains. And when you really break it down, the human mind cannot quantify how much a million is. It's really, really hard to think about it. So I had my one mentor sit down, and he was like, do you really want to be a billionaire? Because I was like, 20, I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a billionaire. I want that much money. That's what I want to do. And he sat down. He's like, hey, let me break it down for you. So he's like, how long, right? How long is a million seconds? And I understand the question weird because a million seconds is a million seconds, but how would you quantify that? Right? Would you think a million seconds is that hours? Is that days? Is that weeks? Does anybody have any guesses on that? How long a million seconds is? 2 weeks, about, right? Don't quote me on that. It's about 2 weeks long. And I'm like, okay, I can wrap my mind around that. 1 million seconds is 2 weeks. And he goes, well, if that's that, then how long is 1 billion seconds? And I love when I ask people this question, because I was looking at you individually, I can see, like, are you analytical? And you're like, yeah, 1 million seconds, 1 million, 1,000 millions, 1,000 2 weeks. Then you do the math. Not me. I'm like, I don't know. And when I heard this is what really, like, made me, wow, difference, right? So you think, raise your hand, you think it's months? Think it's years? Right? Years? So how many? Who here thinks, raise your hand if you think it's under 10 years. You think it's over 100 years. It's 32 years. That's 1 billion seconds. Million seconds, 2 weeks, billion seconds, 32 years. That blew my mind. So when I have people who are billionaires, right? 5 of them, I get time to go travel with them. They fly us on their jet over. We had a billionaire as our team leader, and get to really pick their brain about how they do it, right? It leaves clues. And when I found out about those people, the Olympic gold medalists, the rock stars, the people that I got to meet, it came down to essentially 4 things. All of them had the same stuff in common that they're doing, right? Step 1 is they identified, they knew what they wanted, right? And they were clear about it. They knew what they wanted. Number 2, they had a driving force. They had a why behind what they wanted. 3, they had a plan, right? They knew what they would do to get what they wanted. And part 4, the accountability, the time block, and I'm telling you guys, that is the one that everybody will struggle with, is they knew when and how they were doing it, right? They knew when they were doing it. So again, like a sales funnel, you guys call leads, you guys call people, and again, maybe I have to dial, in real estate, I have to dial 100 phone calls to connect with 20 people, to set 10 appointments, to actually hold 5, right? To actually get 2 contracts signed, to get 1 closing. And that's what you guys are doing. It's the same thing with this. 50% of you guys will figure out what it is I want, and then 50% of that will be like, all right, we'll identify why I want it, and then 50% of that will be like, well, what am I going to do? And maybe 5 or 10, I'm hoping more of you, will complete the 4th step of when I'm going to do it. And those who do, you will be the ones that are going to rise up. You're going to be the ones that are going to change your life. Right? You're going to be the ones that are going to see your sales increase, see everything else. I mean, depending on how you want to put this to it. So I really want to dive into it, right? So step 1, what do you want? That's essentially goals, right? And there's hidden things behind it. It's goals, it's a motivation, it's your plan. And the 4th one that nobody likes, accountability. I don't like it. I hate accountability, but it allows me to get action. It allows me to get things done. So step 1, we're going to go into goals. Right, we're going to talk a little bit about what goals are, some standards about goals, what your 3 levels of goals are, smarter goals. And some of the stuff you guys might have already heard before. I didn't invent it, right? I went out and found successful people and asked them about it. So really diving in to what defining a goal is it says right here that a goal is an idea of the future desired result you want to achieve. When I got to talk to, my favorite class I ever took was goal setting by a billionaire. And it broke down the mind of Gary Keller and a couple other billionaires on how they define a goal. And it was one of my favorite quotes that I ever had with the definition of a goal. He told me that the definition of a goal is to be purposeful in the moment. Just think about that, right? The definition of a goal is to be purposeful in the moment. And I was like, that hit me. That's one of those things that are going to stick with me forever, right? So if my goal, right, is to run the New York Marathon or to be like jacked up like Olympian, am I being purposeful in the moment, right, by going to the bar after work, having about 6 drinks, and then ordering those buffalo wings, which taste amazing, right, and then finishing up with like a little order of like layer cake, right? I'm not being purposeful in the moment. It's not happening. So you guys got to think about that, because there are times that I can be on my goal with my sales goals, again, and there are times when you guys got to shut it down. And I'm going to be family. I'm going to put on my other hat as brother, sister, husband, wife, spouse, whatever it is I'm doing at that time, coach, whatever that is. So a couple things about your goals. They should excite you. They should scare you. Right, so I love this question. It's the same thing. It's like, who here has goals? Do me a favor, raise your hand if you have goals. Okay, look at that. It's like, hey, who here breathes air? Yeah, right. Who here eats? Anybody here eats ever? Yeah. We all have goals. But again, are we always being purposeful about those goals? Do we have a plan and a system in place to really hit those? So who here got up this morning and wrote down your goals? Stand up for me if you did. And you can stand up too. I made him do it.